have accountability, it's true, we do have accountability, and there is none for incumbents in our system today. As you indicated, for me to come and defeat Mr. Blumenauer, the odds are what, 1,000,000 to 1 against me, 100,000 to 1 against me, significantly against me, right? There's absolutely no accountability and no personal responsibility, and you're seeing it right here. And this is why I've come and I've called for Mr. Blumenauer to be fired. And you know that you've done a lot of interesting things and great things, but they're not solving our national problems. And the role of the representative is to go back and look after this nation and to take care of us so that my children are not going to grow up enslaved, and to bring to bear a respect for liberty, and not believing that you know what's better for everyone, or that you have the right to take that you own all the assets because you're the U.S. government. That's not the kind of a system that we have.
Well, I'll interject here. I won't get into a back and forth on that. But I take a backseat to nobody about the love for my children, or this community, or the future of the planet. I have spent 40 years.
The planet? How about the country, the American people, and the citizens you're supposed to work for?
You'll have a chance to speak if you just let me finish my point. I've spent 40 years working with communities large and small. I've been accountable. I've been accountable dozens of times in the legislature, the county, the city, and the federal government. I've actually lost a couple of elections. I know that the voters have the last word. But the notion somehow that the work that I am doing, whether it's the economy, the environment, healthcare, dealing with the reality of our non-system of healthcare and what it's going to take. Yes, if you're dealing with 1/6 of the economy that touches the lives and livelihood of everybody,
that is not
to think that that's going to be
issue.
changed in a year or two is nonsense. It takes time. It is hard. It is a system that has developed since World War II. And anybody who looks at the material, and there are things that I wanted to do differently in that bill. But if you look at what the independent scorekeeper says in terms of moving us towards sustainability, if you had met with over 3,000 healthcare providers, which I have done, from the insurance to the nurses, to the nursing home, to the hospitals, you'll find that they think what we did actually, in the main, is moving in a direction that is better than what we have now. Do they all agree with it? No. But to somehow dismiss it, that because we're trying to change policy, that somehow it should be happening overnight, or that that's arrogant to listen to people and to try and solve the problem, I respectfully disagree.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what's arrogant is the sense of entitlement that you bring to this year after year after year after year. Because I've been your constituent for a very, very, very long time. And we're entitled to stand up and demand accountability and to demand that our people are replaced. Because it's time for people to go. And with all due respect, this is nothing personal and nothing personal.
Nothing personal.
Absolutely not.
Vote
but we need. That's right. And in fact, for the first time, I'm actually going to vote for somebody who I know is going to look after me and look after mine. I'm going to vote for myself this year for the first time.
I'm not going to introduce any more rhetoric, but Mr. Blumenauer, you yourself said that the single-payer health plan is possibly the best solution to the difficulties we are in healthcare, and yet you did not endorse it, you did not co-sponsor it, and you did not announce you would vote in favor of it. You did say that if it came to a vote, you would be willing to do it. A very lukewarm position.
Well, I think history of what happened last year reveals that we weren't going to get a single-payer option. We barely got a hybrid. And to have spent a lot of time and energy focusing on something that wasn't going to pass, as opposed to the things that make a difference for the people I represent, for the health industry here, and to change the national unsustainable pattern, I think was the appropriate allocation of time.
To shove down the throats of the American population something that they clearly did not want.